I love you. I love you.
Was it love at first sight?
No. People thought we were just gonna be friends with benefits. After that, we were very physical.
Okay. Okay, so turn. I see you tearing up.
Yeah, because I don't want to think about her going away.
Hi, Derek. Thank you for welcoming us into your beautiful
Thank you
home
for having
again.
me. Oh my God, it's like a blast from the past.
I
All the history that we have.
know.
Yeah.
And you could feel now the vibe of little pitter patter of little feet and little noises. So
Yeah, you can say that my life has changed in many ways, but for the better. Yeah, I'm in a very, very happy place right now.
if Father's Day, how have you been since we were last here?
We did
She
a
was
photo
not even
shoot.
in your imagination yet.
Correct. During that photo shoot, I was in a place where I embraced the fact that I might never get married. I was in and out of relationships, but long relationships. And I could never pull the trigger to bring it to that level of marriage because of doubt. Nothing against whoever my partner was. It was just, it
It's
was
still
enough.
doubt.
It was enough for me not to pull the trigger on marriage.
Turned around an ounce of doubt into a ton of determination
You
and
know,
decision when you met Ellen?
When I met Ellen, I could just be myself, like completely 100%. We didn't start a relationship by putting our best foot forward, which is how most relationships are, right? She gave me her dark side right from the get-go. I showed her my dark side from the get-go, and for us to be able to embrace that, like naturally.
Yeah. And then there was light.
Love is this intangible thing, you know, that you can't explain it.
Was it love at first sight?
No,
No.
no. I didn't want to meet her.
You didn't want to?
Meet her, no, I didn't want to meet her.
You met her here.
I was invited to a restaurant in BGC. Someone wanted to introduce me to her, and I was like, no, thanks, not interested. He's like, please, can you just come? So I came. I even brought
Friends?
my nephew and my nephew's girlfriend along so I could use them as an excuse to take them home.
Oh my.
There wasn't an instant connection until the drive back from the restaurant. I offered a ride.
Brought
And I
her
didn't
home.
offer a ride with intention of trying to, any interest in having something with Ellen. It was just a gesture of,
Being a gentleman.
yeah, because she lives like 5 houses down the road.
My goodness.
So we were waiting for her car. Her car wasn't there. So I said, I can take you guys home.
Guys, meaning
Her PA. She told the PA to stay and wait for
wise
the car.
move. Wise move.
She got in the car with me, but of course with my nephew and my nephew's girlfriend. So dropped her home, and
She sat in front.
yeah, she sat in front. The conversation there is what got me to be, hey, this girl's interesting. There's something here. And then just started hanging out. When people saw that we were hanging out, people thought we were just gonna be friends with benefits, right? These two are probably going at it every day, but how
They
people
just
think.
thought it was physical.
The truth is, nothing was happening between the two.
Really?
The farthest.
Not even a
like,
kiss?
No,
Holding hands?
pinkies.
Talaga? You
Yeah.
started with a pinky.
Yeah, that's when it's like, this thing's just so different. It's like, I was now looking for doubt because I was scared. I didn't want to jump into another relationship. We both even talked about marriage, and she's like, yeah, I'm content with just having Elias. And I was like, yeah, me too. I'm content with Austin and my family. I don't think there's any need for marriage. And then one day I told her, I'm going to marry you. And then she's like, yeah, right. And I did.
Wow.
2 months later, I proposed, and nothing was happening between the two of us.
Not yet?
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, so it really transcended the physical.
Yeah. I asked permission first from my son, Austin. And he gave me his blessing. And then I asked my parents, and my parents was like, we love Ellen and everything, all that, but why lang so fast, anak? Sinagot ko naman sa mom ko was, Mom, in my 40 plus years, when did I ever bring this up?
You know, mom, she'll always be your mom.
And yeah, she's like, I understand. There was no, anak, think about it, think about it, think about it. She knew that this was different also.
And then you proposed up in your rooftop, your third floor, right?
Yeah, it was her birthday. Ellen didn't really like celebrating her birthday because it was the sudden death of her father.
Wasn't near her birthday,
Yeah.
around her birthday.
Yeah.
When did it progress beyond the pinky?
Well, after
That proposal.
yeah, after that we were very physical.
Okay. Okay, censored.
And
But you waited. That's really, wow, for me, a revelation.
yes,
Because
and it's funny because people thought our reputations are this, so everyone thought that this is just sexual, this is just physical. These two aren't going to last.
So you said she was sneaking out of her house to
Yes.
see you because she had a strict aunt?
Yeah, her auntie, who's I'm very close to, I love her to death.
Yeah.
She was very, very strict. And rightfully so. It was COVID. We should climb out the window. And I'm like, Ellen, there's CCTV. That's our business. We're going to get caught. She's like, no, it doesn't work.
Look at you now, a father. So what keeps you busy these days? We heard you recently launched a brand for golf?
Yes.
Booyah?
Booyah. Booyah is a brand from South Africa. They sent me over their merchandise. And I just fell in love with it. The whole way they want to change the whole outlook of golf, make it more fun and competitive at the same time. So I was like, hey, what if I bring it in here? I mean, I play golf every day. I live 2 minutes away from a golf course.
How many years have you been playing golf?
I picked up the sticks when I was a young kid because it was my bonding with my dad. My dad is a big golf fanatic. But when growing up, he saw that I wasn't really so interested in golf. I was more into the physical sports. Buying a whole set of clubs is an investment. So I guess he was teaching me the value of money. If you don't take this sport seriously, I'm not gonna buy you your own set. So I would use the set of my mom, and it was a pink bag. So every time I'd play golf with my dad, I was just so embarrassed. You know, you're a kid. Now
Yeah.
pink is cool, but
Yeah.
back then, I have a pink bag, people would tease me this, and I was so shy. I wish I took it up or took it up seriously when I was younger. Because now it's just, I live and breathe golf. I went to the Masters this year in Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
It's so beautiful. Everything is just pristine. Everything's in place. The tradition, the culture, the competition, the rules.
How long were you there?
The discipline. I was in the US for a total of 10 days.
So Daddy Derek went there for a while.
Yeah, Ellen let me go have my me time.
Okay. Your dad seems to be your idol.
Yeah.
Why so?
definitely. He's my best friend. He's my idol because the way he kept this family together, the way he shares his love to all his children, the way he respects and cherishes my mom, the way he worked so hard to give us the best that they could afford. It's amazing how he was able to balance all of that.
What daddy tip did you pick up from him?
If you start something, do it, give it your best. Never do anything half-assed. I never thought I'd be an actor. The only thing that got me to where I am in my career is that advice from my dad. I declined showbiz so many times, 8 years I think, before I decided, sige, I'll do it. That advice or that teaching from my dad na if you decide to do something, do it right.
This applies to fatherhood.
Applies to marriage.
Yeah. So there's a new woman in your life, aside from your mom.
Let's not call her a woman yet.
There's a new
I'm dreading
female.
those days, yeah.
Aside from your mom, your wife, and there's now the little Lily.
Yeah, I call
So
her Lilliput.
Where'd you get her name?
Her name's Liana. Elias has a classmate named Liana. And we also got the name from a film. But Ellen wanted a 3-letter middle name. And that became Del. The Del naman came from, that's my nickname when I was in the UK.
Del?
Yeah, if you're a Derek in the UK, like my dad, you're automatically called Del, Del Boy, Des, or Deser. And then it's Derek, Ellen.
Exactly.
So I was like,
and the third name?
Yeah. Well, Liana Del
Ramsay.
Adarna. Yeah.
Did you hope for a girl?
I wanted a boy in the beginning,
Yeah.
but slowly it transitioned to me wanting a daughter. But that because I gave up that my mom going to Manawag every month praying for a daughter. I was like, I better accept this. There's no way I'm going to beat the man upstairs
No way.
without my mom's panata and
No
everyone
way.
praying. So I was like, I knew it was going to be a girl.
Really?
Yeah, and I got super excited.
Did you know before she was born through a sonogram?
Yes,
Or
yes. We both decided that we wanted to be a surprise.
so you never told
No,
anyone or
that
never told
ended
each
when we
other?
got there and they said, "Do you want to know the gender, the sex?" And I'm like, we looked at each other. Yeah. So the plan of not, initially wanting to find out was trashed.
But you kind of kept it a secret, right? Ellen's posts were like they didn't show her tummy and all that.
She didn't look pregnant.
But it was not a secret that she was
We didn't
pregnant.
purposely keep it a secret. We just, again, in this house, we're in our own world.
Okay.
We really are. It wasn't a planned secret pregnancy.
No.
Nothing like that.
Oh.
It was just when we're here, we're really in our own world. Ellen and
nice.
I, as much as people want to think that we are these party animals and we do this, we go out.
Your homebodies. What was your reaction when you first saw your baby's face?
I was in tears.
Were you in the delivery room?
Yes, and I was very nervous. I had a nurse dedicated to me.
Why they thought you would faint?
I thought I was gonna faint. I stayed as far as away from the delivery
my
channel.
goodness.
I could not get the strength to go to that side of the operating room. I was beside Ellen, telling her to breathe. I was telling her to push. She only pushed 3 or 4 times.
And the baby came out.
Yeah.
Oh my.
The nurse, she put on my gown. She told me to do this position like this. It was, I think, just for the purposes for putting on the gloves, and I stayed in this position the whole time because I was so nervous.
But did you faint?
No, I didn't faint. But when I was asked to check on Lily, I walked across and I looked back at Ellen and I saw the damage. I was, what the? Oh, parang murder. Like all the blood, all that. I was like, wow, she went through that. That's amazing. But
So you have more respect or more love for what a woman undergoes.
yeah, and she did it twice naturally. Like,
Oh, you have a visitor.
oh my
You have a visitor.
My lily put.
Hey, say hello. Oh, so when you saw her, she was crying.
I just couldn't keep my eyes off of her. She everywhere she went, like buntot lang ako. And, of course, I'm also worried about my wife going through all that pain.
Yeah.
Like every vein, I think, in her body was just like bursting
Popping out.
Yeah, like,
But she went through normally. And did you count her fingers and her toenails?
yeah, we were all worried.
toes?
But the doctor told us with the checkups leading to, her giving birth, that everything was. I mean, technology now is insane.
Yeah.
You can see everything.
Oh, and how has it changed your life? How does it feel to be? Well, it's not like it's your first time, but it's your
Yeah.
first time to be a dad to a daughter.
It's my first time to go through the whole process of like the pregnancy, the, seeing your.
Wow, we have a visitor. Hi. Oh God, she's so pretty.
You wanna come here?
Dada.
Hey, come to your papa.
She calls you Papa.
I want her to call me Papa D because that's what Elias calls me.
She's so maputi siya.
Puti naman talaga ako.
With the
under the
gold.
sun all the time.
Yeah, hi, baby girl. Hi, baby. How do you feel right now? Holding her, having her in your arms.
This is the best feeling in the world. Every time you wake up and this is what makes you salumo.
Oh, why she sleeps in your room?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, baby.
We call her Lily Big Eyes.
Yeah, she has big eyes.
Say hi.
I think she looks like you.
Yeah. Say hi. Actually, the minute she came out, the doctor said, "Sorry, Ellen.
Hi.
It's it's all Derek.
And your mom says?
My mom says the same. So she showed me the pictures of when I was a baby. But,
Ah,
I see Ellen also. Like, right? I want you to look like your mama. Your mama's
ah,
beautiful.
yes, yes. Hi.
So Ellen calls her Derica.
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 She really has your eyes. Oh.
Derica. Hi. Oh, Papa
Hmm.
will finish his interview, huh? I
So,
love you. I love you. You go first with Ate Janet. Huh?
yeah.
Okay. Mm.
Does she sleep through the night already? Hi,
She
baby.
likes the light, yeah. I shot a commercial the other day. Came to visit me at work and she wasn't crying. She just loved it.
Oh my God, the jeans.
My rule is if she wants to enter this industry, she can only do it after she graduates
High school, college.
college.
Oh, really? Well, you
Because
think
she'll be able to handle her career better if she does. Like how like
you?
yeah.
How has your daily routine changed since having Lily?
I wake up earlier, but that's always been something that I'm used to, especially in showbiz, right? But my mornings are just so much better.
Really? Do you feed her?
Super.
Night feeding, morning feeding?
We're now giving her solids.
Have you experienced feeding
Yeah,
her?
because also experienced being puked on.
How about changing diapers?
That I'm trying to get the strength to do. When I see what comes out of her, I'm like, how can that come out of something so beautiful?
Derek, I hear someone playing the piano.
That's Elias,
And what does he call you?
Papa D. So
Papa
Elias
D.
is preparing for his recital.
So this is really a home.
Ellen is a super mom. He has piano, Elias has piano, football, takes up a martial art. He gets his playtime at the mall. He's a really, really good kid. And he loves his
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do they get along?
Ellen and I were like how are we going to prepare Elias for this? Because Elias is very attached to Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just told them, look, the room is going to be your room, and you're going to be the king of that room, and your sister is going to stay with you. So you have to protect her. Nothing to worry about, actually.
Will she call him Kuya?
Yeah.
She will.
Yes, most definitely.
Kuya Elias.
Kuya Elias.
What is your advice to parents who have a blended modern family?
Always prioritize the best interest for the children. So even if you have clashes, insecurities, whatever, put that all aside because you have to think what's best for the kids.
How is your parenting dynamics with Ellen? Is there a bad cop, good cop? Who's the disciplinarian? Who's the spoiler?
I'm the disciplinarian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ellen is strict, but when, boy, pag sobra na, that's when I get involved.
You said, prioritize the children's needs, but you also once mentioned that the core of it should be a good relationship between the parents.
Yeah.
Before you
you don't have to be best
children.
friends,
Yeah.
but at least be civil. And if all sides have the interest of the child as a priority, then being civil is easy.
How about for parents like you? How do you
Yes.
keep the romance burning?
So that's been
no
a recent
problem.
subject at hand where I'm like, hey, Ellen, you're forgetting about me. So we've got lots of trips planned. The kids are always involved. Even our honeymoon, I want them to be there.
Elias was there, yeah.
Yeah. But from my end, I just have to be patient because she has to go through all that. The hormone change, which is real.
Yeah.
Man, hormones are real.
Yeah.
Woo!
I know.
Postpartum is even harder in some
Yeah.
cases.
Yes.
So you just really have to be patient and find the right time when to talk to your partner about it. Even though she's not a good communicator, we find some way on how to communicate to each other. Actually, she said this is the first relationship she's had where she's willing to communicate.
Oh.
So that for me is enough.
So it's also the first relationship you've had that you're willing to, or
I'm-
that you have.
I always have something to say. I have no problem with communicating. For me, it's like having a conversation. I can just start and not stop. Ellen always throws that in my face. So
You fight?
She thinks we have arguments, but sometimes kasi with Ellen, if we have a discussion, she might think it's an argument. So I have to cut her off and say, no, we're having a conversation.
How has having Lily enhanced your relationship? The bond?
I mean,
Somebody that part you and part her, right?
for me kasi, it's like I have that with Elias also. I just so attached to him. Lily's is icing on the cake. It's just, they get along.
Can life get any better?
Yun na nga, and that's why
Diba?
I should bask myself in this environment. And that's why I turned my back on my career.
You have no
Yeah.
projects coming along?
I
No movies?
don't want to. I don't want to for now.
TV? Nothing?
TV, definitely no.
Movies? None?
If there's a film, but I've been offered a lot and I just can't get myself to. I won't be able to give my 100%, which is what my dad's teaching is.
Oh.
I will not be able to give my
So
100%.
you're semi-retired from showbiz?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Any-
I don't want to miss on these years. And my parents are in their twilight years. I want to spend as much time with them.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, it's like,
If you were to show this video to your children 10, 15 years from now, what message would you give them? Hirap na. If they see this video 15 years from now, and when they see this video 15 years from now, I want my kids to say, oh, that's nothing new to us. Because this is not an act, this is what you're supposed to do for your kids. You're supposed to love them, shelter them, give them the best in life, and I will be consistently doing that as they get older, and when they're old enough to go their way, which is scary, I'm sure Ellen and I will have done a good job for them to make good decisions. I see you tearing up.
Yeah, because I don't want to think about her going away. I don't want to worry about that just now. Growing up so fast, it's crazy. When they speak about it, I walk out of the room.
While growing up, giving her away.
The happiest thing I see now is actually my parents. For them, when they see Lily, they're here nearly every day. When they see Lily, especially my mom, the look on my mom's face, it's the best gift you can give to your parents who've worked so hard for you. Give them their time with their grandchild.
Yeah.
Let them spoil them. Let them do whatever they want.
Is she the only granddaughter?
No. My mom's a super mom, super grandma, super woman, super human being.
And what would your message be to the light of your home and the love of your life, Ellen?
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this life. It's better than I ever imagined. I want what my parents have.
And
I know I have it.
wow.
Yeah.
This is Joanne Rae Ramirez for PeopleAsia's Editor's Notes with Derek Ramsay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.